Okay. So as we discussed last class, we'll be doing the Shat Sampatthi homework. So you may or may not remember what we had discussed last class. So I'll just bring it up on screen. Just a second. So what had we discussed last class? Tejas, do you have a question? Okay.
Sorry, I was raising my hand.
Yeah, no problem. So last class, we had discussed 6 qualities of a student. But what kind of a student? So we are discussing about a student who may be looking to realize the truth of themselves. So Atmajnana. So what are the 6 qualities? What are the few qualities that a person needs to understand Atmajnana or go or do self-realization, right? So we had discussed these 6 qualities, and I had given us small homework. So that was, look at these 6 qualities, and do you see them in yourself? And which of these qualities do you see in yourself? And which ones do you think are stronger in you, or some are weaker, or some you have to work on, right? So I hope everyone's ready with their answer. So if you can raise your hand, and one by one we can all go with what we have in mind. Or you could, or if you have something written down, I think please share. Okay. Tejas, would you like to go first?
About when I use these things, right?
Yeah. So essentially, what do you feel? Which of these qualities do you feel is more evident in you, and which of these do you feel is less in you? Work on.
I feel like I have a lot more of Titiksha and Shraddha. Other things, it is somewhat less. Here and there, I have Shama.
Okay. So Titisha, as in you feel you can adjust to qualities. I mean, situations that you don't really want.
Yeah.
So you do your rightful duty, right?
Yeah, I
Can you
do.
think of any examples where you've done this?
Except, yeah. Once, normally, like every 1 or 2 Fridays, sometimes my father gets some fast food for me. But when many times, almost every time I am sick, I still get it on every first or second Friday. But once my father denied it to me, so
Because you were not.
yeah, I accepted it. I was like, okay, fine. I'm sick. Okay, if I don't get it this time, it's okay. So I
Right.
was like that.
So even though he didn't buy it for you, you were like, it's okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
like that.
And what about Shraddha?
Shraddha, I can somewhat relate this to my exams. I don't really have a clear example, but I can relate it to my exams.
Sure. Go on. Okay, so that's the example.
Yeah.
So you feel I didn't exactly understand how is it related to your exams. Can you explain?
Um, like normally, so my mother makes me study before we get before we get the exam timetable. Normally many of my classmates do it at the last minute, but my mother wants to do it with me way before the exam timetable, so I mostly do that with her.
Okay. So in terms of the exam, you don't put it to the last minute. You
Yeah.
study much before.
Only once I've put it to the last week, but
Okay.
otherwise every time I have done it way before the last few days.
And you feel you should improve on the other ones, or you can't think of an example where you see them?
Well, I can't think of an example where I've seen the other ones, but um, I'll try improving on that.
Right. No. Okay. Thank you.
Thanks.
That was really nice, Tejas. Snigdha, would you like to share what you have?
Yeah, so for Shama, I think I should work on it,
Mhm.
and for Dama, I think I should work on that too. Even for Titiksha, I have to work on it. Shraddha, I don't need to work on it because I already follow it. Then
Okay,
Uparati,
so before we go ahead, how do you feel you follow that? Can you think of an example?
yeah, like same as what Tejas said, exams. So
Mhm.
basically, like I before thinking about the results, so I just write the exam. Like I do not think how will I get the marks or like if it's bad or good. Write. I just perform my duty before getting the result. I just perform the task and before getting the result. So I do not think about the result. I just perform my duty like
Right.
exams.
So you don't think about, oh, will I do good in the exam? Will I do bad? But you still, nonetheless, you
Yeah,
do.
I know I will do good, but I should not worry about if I do bad.
Yeah.
So I just do not think about that and I just concentrate on my exam.
Okay.
And Uparati, I think I have to work on that. And Samadhana, I think, yeah, that I do.
You're content with everything you get.
Yeah.
Okay, beautiful. So you said you want to improve on them. So do you have any idea on how you'll improve them?
Okay, first for Shama, I usually get really irritated very easily. So
Mm.
I just want to work on that, like not to get really irritated, to be peaceful. And then for Dhamma, um, I want to uh,
If you have any questions about these, you can ask. Like Dhamma, balance between one's mind and senses. It sounds a little confusing, but what it essentially means is like when not succumbing too much to your temptations. Like you'll see something like yeah, you might be full, but you might see something really tasty like a nice chocolate cake, and you'll eat and you'll feel your stomach will feel bad. So you've given into your senses, right? And you're listening to your mind instead of listening to what you actually have to do. That's essentially what dharma means.
okay. Then for Titiksha, sometimes
Sorry,
I
you were saying you something about dharma, right? Sorry, continue.
no Dhamma. I don't exactly know what to say.
Okay, okay,
I just know that I have to work on it. That's all.
right,
And for Titiksha, sometimes I do accept or sometimes I do not accept.
okay.
So yeah.
How do you think you can feel more towards accepting?
Uh, Sometimes when things are not fair, I do not go and argue about it. I just agree. I do not I, because I don't want to create an argument. It'll just be a waste of time and waste of
Yeah,
my energy.
yeah,
So there's no use of just going and arguing about it.
right.
And then about enjoying everything you do, like sometimes I like mostly I do not, and like I really want to work on it because like when I went to my native, I had to miss 1 week of school, and then I came back. I got too much incomplete work, and then I like started getting stressed, and um, I was like, I shouldn't have gone to my native. And then my mom told me that you just enjoy what you have, just like enjoy whatever you're doing, and do not like think about what's happening in your school. Just enjoy whatever you're doing right now.
Right.
So I should work on that. And then for Samadhana, yeah, I am being content with what I have.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, Snigdha. That was really nice. Make
Nikta, I have one small question for you. As far as Titiksha is concerned, you said to avoid arguments, many a times you accept and move on. Even if, let's say, some situation, you can see that, there is a mistake or there is an unfair, then also do you simply do not bring it out and do you
No,
just,
if
yeah,
if it's very unfair, Like if it's not for a simple reason, like if it's not for like for a small reason, it's for a very big reason which they're doing really unfair, then I have to raise my voice because I have no choice. If I just sit quietly, meaning I'm not exactly respecting that. So for example, people are saying that because since the people are wasting papers, we have to cut trees. So, for example, they're like they are tearing the pages. So I can't let them tear the pages. I have to at least raise my voice and tell them not to do that. As I can't sit simply and let all the trees get cut.
Correct. Correct. Excellent. So therefore, titiksha does not mean that you do not act. It means that internally you know that this is how the situation is and you have no resistance to the situation. However, you see what is the right thing to do in that situation. Yes, Aditi, you can please continue.
Thank you. Megha, would you like to share?
Yeah. I wanted to tell that in me, Shama, I do have it, but it is a bit less, as most of the times I have peace of mind, but sometimes I get very irritated and I will feel like something. So I have to improve it. Uh, Going for Dhamma, I actually like if something is there which I like the most and like I cannot eat it at that moment. Like I have to keep it for
Megha, you went on mute.
control myself. So I have to improve that too.
Megha, your voice is breaking.
Coming to can you hear me? Am I audible now?
Yeah, now it's better. Can you repeat? You're saying something about Dhamma. Can you repeat that?
Yeah, Dhamma, when something is like, for example, my father has brought a pizza. If I eat one of a slice, then I like for I have to share the pizza with everyone, and everyone gets one each, and sorry, two each, but I only get one. I will feel a bit like I want more. That's the thing I have to improve on. Coming to
So,
Titiksha, I mostly accept the unwanted situations, but I have to improve on it still. Shraddha, I try to perform my duty before expecting any results, but sometimes I feel very impatient to do so. Uparati, I I have that enjoying everything I do. I'm trying to improve that a lot, and I guess I have improved it.
so how do you feel?
And
How do you feel you've improved it? Do you have like a comparison?
yeah, like most of the times I used to like most of the times when I get sick, I will be I'll have to call my friends and ask them the notes, and have to after they send it, I have to again write it all at once, and I don't know how much notes ma'am will give. I have to complete it on time for the submission and all. So when a lot thing is incomplete, I feel like bored to do so. So I have to enjoy it while
Megha, you went on mute again.
I don't take a small break if I'm not too enjoying it, and I have to try to enjoy it. Like if I do it or if I complete it, then at least the next day I can enjoy my day. I don't have to get up early in the morning and sit completing it. So that's the thing. Then coming to Samadhana, I will try to be so, like, if my mother gives me 20 rupees to buy an ice cream, and I want an ice cream of 40 rupees, I have to like adjust by going trying to be contented with a smaller ice cream.
Right. So what you're saying, so I had a question about Upparati. So you were saying you're saying you do things so that you enjoy the situation even though you might not enjoy it. Like you said, you take small breaks and then you tell yourself you don't have to wake up tomorrow morning, right? So
Yeah.
you're saying you make a few techniques and like you change your mindset while doing something. That's how.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Do you want to say about how you may improve on any of them? Or if you don't have anything, it's fine. You can share whatever you feel.
No.
Okay.
Actually, I am still a bit confused about how to develop it in
Sorry,
myself.
Megha, your voice is breaking. Can you repeat that?
Still confused how to develop it in myself still, some of them.
Ah, right. Okay.
Any particular ones where you are not sure? Is it the confusion? Is it because of you do not understand what it is, or you do not understand how you can go about developing?
I cannot understand how I can go developing it. I can
Okay.
understand it, but I don't know how to develop it in myself.
Okay. Can you pick any particular quality that you think you are not clear how to develop?
Dhamma.
Okay. All right. So what is your current understanding? What is Dhamma?
Like we have to like control our senses, and so that our mind will like our mind should be adjusted to the senses we have. Like if we feel like having something tasty more and more, and like we have to control our mind so that we don't get unhealthy if it's a junk food.
Okay. So now in this situation, how do you think you can go about to bring a balance? So take the same example. Let's say there is you can eat as many pizzas as you want. Will you want to do that?
Actually, by saying we may say no, but real life sometimes we'll feel to have all of them.
Correct. So now how do you think you can handle that? What are the ways by which you think you can handle it?
I'm not sure.
Okay. Does anyone have a suggestion? Does anyone have an idea? In the situation that Megha described, what would you do? How would you develop the quality of Dhamma? Yeah, Rohan. You're not audible, Rohan. You're still not audible. Is there anyone else meanwhile until Rohan figures out?
Can you please repeat the question?
So Megha understands what is Dhamma. Dhamma is to bring a balance in what your sense sees and what your mind wants to do with that. As an example, she took, or I gave, let's say you have so many pieces in front of you. Now, you know that, just keep eating them is not good. So how do you develop the quality of Dhamma? where you can say, okay, enough is enough. So she's saying that it is okay to describe that I need to develop, but how do I practice? I'm not sure. That is her question. So what I am asking is, therefore, do you have any suggestion in how it can be improved, how it can be brought about? Yeah, go ahead and share your view.
Yeah, so I think suppose there are 10 slices of pizza while you're supposed to eat only 3 or 4. So suppose the rest are for your parents or your siblings, while they are out and you're supposed to leave for them while it's in front of you. So you just feel like eating. You're supposed to eat 3 or 4 while you eat 8 or 9. So the way to develop is maybe first you just eat 3 or 4, and you just say enough is enough. Then you walk out of that place and just leave that and cover that and just leave it, so that you don't have to think about that too much and involve yourself in some other activities, so that you don't have to think about that too much, because the more you think about it, the more you'll feel like, oh, can I have one more slice, can I have one more slice. So you'll think that I want more, and then like that only you will finish all of them, which was meant for your parents, siblings and all. So that's one way how you can practice Dhamma.
Excellent. I also see Yashchita also has raised her hand. Yes, Yashchita, what is your suggestion?
To try to preserve it and keep yourself busy and keep it out of your sight.
Keep it out of the sight. Very good. Aditya, you have a suggestion?
Yeah, so sometimes like forcing yourself to not have it might work, but that's a very temporary solution, I feel. So like a more effective solution sometimes I feel is like to understand what the actual problems of those things are. So like let's say the same example Megha gave, so pizza. So pizza has many unhealthy things like maida, and sometimes the cheese may be processed and whatnot. So understanding why it's unhealthy might help many times. So understanding what goes into making them and what is the effect of the long-term effect of having these continually. So that really helps sometimes, because and next time you look at it, you'll be like, oh, you actually understand why you're not having it instead of forcing yourself. So next time you look at it, you'll be like, oh, it's unhealthy and I shouldn't have it. I know it's gonna harm me. So that's not only it won't you're not physically forcing yourself to not have it, but you're like understanding why you're not having it. That I feel that's really effective sometimes.
So now, Megha, you got so many suggestions.
Yeah.
So like that, you can also find out for yourself, how can I improve? So the very question you put, see, you got so many answers, right?
Yeah.
So one is, you can close your eyes. Another one is you can walk out of that place. But all of that is, in a way, temporary. So developing inner clarity. Okay, why I should have, how much I should have. If I have more than this, what may be the ill health effect. So understanding will also help you to develop that quality.
Yeah.
Yes, Aditya.
Thank you, Vijayji. Thank you, Megha. Okay. Yashita, would you like to share? Or if you have any questions before, you can go ahead and ask.
I have no questions.
Okay, then could you please share what you feel about like how everyone shared?
I wasn't there half of the class, so
Okay, so okay, fine. While others are talking, you can think about it. So essentially, what we're doing here was we discussed these 6 qualities, right? Shama, Dama, Titisha, Shraddha, Uparati, Samadhana. So these 6 qualities are essentially qualities that are a necessity, or are qualities that are needed in a person in order to understand Atmajnana. So what is Atmajnana? Atmajnana is understanding the self. Who am I? What is my true purpose? Right? So these 6, what we're saying here is these 6 qualities are helpful in your path to understanding Atmajnana. So a question I had was, after we learned this was what where do you see these qualities in you, and can you think of examples where you see these qualities in you, and another one was how do you think you can improve on the ones that you don't see in you? Is that clear, Yashita?
Yes.
So just two questions. Which ones do you see these in you? Can you give an example? Two, how do you think you can improve on the other ones?
Even though I'm full and there's my favorite food on the table or something, even though I'm full and stuffed, I still feel like eating it and like not preserving it for next time or anything.
So what is this related to? Diksha? Sorry, Dama?
Yes.
Okay. So you can go over each of them and think about them, and then by a few turns, I will come back to you.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Yashita. Tejas, do you have a question?
Yeah, actually, I just lost my connection. Is there anything I missed?
No, so Megha was talking about her six qualities, and she was asking how might she improve on Dhamma, and we came up with a few solutions. So Dhamma, she was giving an example of pizza. So we said you can force yourself to not have the pizza, but that's not effective, right? So another solution was you can understand why pizza is unhealthy and not have it. So like that we can think of solutions for many of these.
Okay, okay.
That's all.
Thank
Good.
you.
Okay.
Thanks.
Yeah, Chirantan, would you like to share?
Yeah. So in these qualities, I think I'm good at Shama. Because I handle most of the situation by peace. So we get more success when we have a peace of mind.
Mhm.
So then Dhamma, I think I have to more work on it. And Titiksha, I think I have to still improve little bit. And Shraddha, I think I'm good at this quality. And Uparati, yeah, I think I can handle. And Samadhana, I have to still improve it.
Okay. So you said Shama, you feel you have that quality. So can you give me an example where you have where you can really see your Shama?
So like reading, even though there are when I'm reading most of the time, TV will be on. So I'll force myself to off TV and read instead of seeing TV. And I read. Some people will be playing outside in the ground, so I can still hear some sounds over there. But still, I put more concentration on the book and I read it. So,
Okay, one question. So what you said was you feel you can concentrate on your work a little better when things are even there are distractions around you, right? So
yeah.
look at Dhamma. Doesn't that sound a little more like Dhamma? Like you have the ability to focus your mind from your senses. Is it? Do you agree, or do you feel it's
Yeah.
close? So you feel
Yeah.
you have more Dhamma,
So I think that is a more good example for Dhamma.
right? And you also said Shraddha. So can you think of an example where you could?
So like I see others and I hope that I also get that same thing. So there, if my friends bring something, I also hope that I want that. So I need to improve a little bit over there. I have to
For
think that
for Shraddha,
no Samadhana. Sorry.
Samadhan. Okay, all right. So when you feel you compare yourself to your friends and you feel, oh, I don't have this, and even you want it, right? Okay, and you also told Shraddha you feel you have the quality in you. So can you give an example where you've seen this?
Yeah, before any competitions or anything, I put my 100% effort and I do not think about the result. So I do my best, and I don't so much hope about the reward. I think that participation is more important than the reward.
Really true. Really true. So yes, when you say competition, wait, are you referring to some sports competition or some Olympiad? What are you talking about?
Most of them, like sports and even educational competition.
Do you have
Like
a specific example, like where there was a sports day or something?
Like in singing competition, I couldn't. I had practiced so much, but I could not get prize because there were many so much elder ones. So I before that I before the competition, I did not think about what would I get, even though I had practiced so much hard.
Right. Right. Really good, really good. So do you have any specific one that you can think of how you may improve, or you have a question on how you should improve?
I have to improve on Dama, and I have to improve on Samadhan. Those two.
But you just said that Dhamma and Samadhana, Dhamma you said you feel you have it in you, right?
Yeah, but not so much. Sometimes I do not in education. I think I can handle it, but in sports, sports and other chores I can't do it.
Right. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Chirantan.
Thank you.
That was really well said. Who else? Vidisha, would you like to share?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So Shama, a peace of mind. So a peace of mind is when you're conscious and when you're doing it, like suppose you're playing and suppose you hit your friend by mistake, and then your friend knowingly she hits you back. So that's when you should stay calm and not again go, you did it by accident while she did it on purpose. So that's why you should not go and hit her back or do anything. You should just say, I'm sorry, I did it first. So I'm sorry for what I did, instead of going and hitting and fighting back with her. So that's Shama. Dhamma, balance between one's mind
Sorry,
and
but
senses.
Vidisha, 1 second. Okay, Shama, I understood, but could you the point of this was more of where do you see these qualities in you? So not really what these qualities are, but what these qualities are in you and examples of them.
Oh,
So,
in
for
me,
example,
Shama,
yeah, go ahead.
in me, Shama, a peace of mind, like this recently happened. So I was cycling with my friends, and then accidentally my cycle tire, it went and hurt my friend who was walking, and then she got a bit of hurt, and I said sorry, while she got very angry with me, and then she started to chase me with my cycle, and then she started pulling me, pushing me, and all. While I knew it was my mistake. First, I was not very conscious of cycling, and that's when I asked her, and then she also realized her mistake because she also thought that she was being very arrogant, and that's how we came to know that a peace of mind is very important when we are doing any activity.
Right. So like being cooperative with your friends.
Yes.
Yeah, true. Good example. Okay, go ahead.
And then Dhamma, balance between one's mind and senses. So where I can implement this is where suppose we are just watching any cartoon or anything or any movie, and something happens bad to the hero or something. So that time you get very agitated. Like recently when I was watching a movie, so the hero got kidnapped, and I was very sad by that and all. So you just feel walking out of the movie because you think the movie is done, and you just feel that now the hero is kidnapped. Now what else can you do? So that's when you're supposed to have the balance that, okay, something else can happen in the movie. It's not only that the hero is kidnapped, still there is more to go. The movie has still not ended. It's not like there is still more part of the movie. So you should just relax and remaining watch the movie, which I did day before yesterday.
Right. One thing. So this is a really good example because you can look at your life also as a movie, right?
Yeah.
So you can see everything happening around you as a movie. So like your father maybe the hero who is doing something and something bad happens to him, or your mom might be doing something, and your friend, in your example, your friend might be the hero and something might happen to her, right? So like you can look at your life also as a movie, and as you said, you should just, even though something bad might happen, you know it's not the end, so you should
Yeah.
just continue. That is a really good example. Thank you, Vidisha. Yeah, go ahead.
And yeah, the tick shot will accept unwanted situations. So this also happened almost 2 weeks ago or something. So I was like, I had very few homework, like only math homework I had. So what the teacher said, and then I thought that I had done with all my math homework, and I went very early down to play after all my studies and all. While I came also a bit late that day, and then I came and then I was checking on my portal that do I have any, like, did the teacher send anything and all. And then I just saw that I had a lot more homework to complete. I had English, I had science, I had SST, I had a lot more homework to complete. And that was the thing when I did not realize. I thought I only had my maths homework. I completed that. I went. But then I realized that I had 3 more subjects, and then I had to also sleep quickly so that I could get up next day. And if I did not do the homework, my teachers would scold me the next day. So I had to finish off everything quickly. Then I had to ask my friends also for help the next day. So this is how I implemented the Diksha.
Good example. Yeah. Please go ahead.
And then Shraddha, performing your duty before getting the result. So they give very less gap in our school for exams. So we should always start like suppose our exams are over, you can give break for almost 5-10 days, but afterwards you should start studying quickly so that the next exam you can cope up for that. And of course every day in school, whatever you learn, you can revise that at home once. So that's how Shraddha is also implemented.
So before an exam, you already start preparing for the next exam because the between them is too less. Right. So this was similar to what they just said at the beginning, right? So
yeah, similar.
Yeah, right. Yeah, please.
Uprati, enjoying everything you do. So every moment you should like enjoy. You should not be sad because like once I got very frustrated as I was finishing a drawing, and I was very frustrated because the last part I made a very big mistake. Like the scratch, it went fully out when I was trying to shade it, and that time I got very upset and all because I had to again complete the whole drawing. Almost half of the thing was ruined. Well, then I understood that it's okay. It's just a small mistake. I can just start it again and make a better one, because when I was doing, I had a lot of rubs and all, which is not looking very good. So I was so I was enjoying the drawing, and I'm like, it's okay, nothing happened. I can again start a new drawing and I can make it much better than this one.
Right. So even if you made a mistake, you knew that you can fix it.
Yeah, I can cope up with that.
Yeah, good example.
And then samadhana, being content with what you have. So recently I had so me and my cousin, we are of the same age almost. So we got almost the same gifts from our uncle. So, but while we were supposed to choose, and it was Rat, so we did not know which was there. So it was a nail polish. While I got a bit darker color, while she got a vibrant color. And then I was very angry because I was not happy that why did I get a dark color? Why didn't I choose that and all? While then I realized, but that it's okay. At least we should be happy that at least we got nail polish. So then I was happy with what I got, and actually then I realized that a few days later I had to go to a birthday party, and that was only matching with my dress, which is a very big coincidence. So I was grateful with what I had that time, and I thought that I should have not been sad or frustrated with that day, what I did.
Right. Good example. Thank you, Vidisha. Thank you. That was really well said. Yashita, you had your hand raised. Would you like to share? Yashita? Okay. Chirantan, do you have any question? Your hand is still raised.
No, no.
Okay.
Rohan has shared, yeah.
Yeah, Rohan, would you like to? Still can't hear you.
Oh,
Yeah, now it's audible.
okay. So, Shama, one time, me and my friend were playing cricket. So my friend had 2 fours at 8 runs, but he was saying that I had 10 runs. So I told that you had 2 fours, that's 8 runs. And my friend was still telling, hey, how can you tell that I'm hitting so many good shots and all? But still, I didn't get angry and shouted at him back. I told that I had put this ball and you had hit a 4 at this. And so I talked to him with peace. And he just agreed it and continued to play.
So even though there was a difference of opinion, you adjusted and you made him understand slowly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Good. Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, so Samadhana, being content with what you have. One time there was a birthday party, and so actually I didn't get more French fries. So I was like, first I was being angry and hey, my friends got so many fries and I didn't. I only got some of them. And then after some time I was like, okay, fine, I'll eat it. Then it will become heavy for me. So that's what happened with all others, and I ate less, so it did become heavy for me. Everyone were just leaving it on their plate and wasting it.
So you
That's what
saw that you
I
didn't waste of it.
yeah.
Right. Yeah, go ahead. Sorry.
Upparati, sometimes I can handle it, but I think I need to improve it more.
So you're saying you don't feel you enjoy everything?
No, not every time.
Right. So how do you feel you think can improve?
Like one time when I'm doing something I like, then I enjoy it. But when I'm doing something which makes me irritated or angry, then I don't enjoy it really much.
Okay. Just to remind, I think someone mentioned how they did homework even though they didn't like it. I think Megha was saying, so she takes small breaks in between. So can you think of any? Can you think of an example where you didn't enjoy something you were doing?
No.
Okay.
No.
Homework. That's just asking. Do you
Yeah. I got one example.
Okay. Yeah.
Even one time I was doing Surya Namaskaram, so my father told me to do 12 Surya Namaskarams, but I was really tired and I was only telling him to do. I was telling him that I will only do 10 Surya Namaskarams, but he told the benefits of then, and I actually understood, and I told that I'll drink water and take some rest after 10 Surya Namaskarams and do the rest too afterwards. So he agreed, and I completed 12 cycles that way.
Right. So how do you think you made something you didn't enjoy to something you enjoyed?
By taking a break and making myself get relaxed.
Yeah. So that's kind of a solution, right? So even if you're doing something you don't enjoy, doing it in small intervals and getting done with it.
Yeah.
That way you make it more enjoyable for yourself.
Yeah.
Do you think that's an applicable solution?
Yeah, that's a solution, I think.
Right. Anything
And
else?
Shraddha, I think I have an example for Shraddha. One time I was doing a math solution in an exam. So the question was of 5 marks, and I was thinking that, oh my God, what will happen to my maths results if I don't solve this question well? So I didn't think of the result, and I ignored it and solved the question, taking my time, and I went further.
Okay. And eventually, did you get it?
What?
Did you get the solution at the end?
Yeah, I got the solution.
Okay. See, that's a really good example because you didn't think about the result, and the result itself was really well, right?
Yeah.
Right. Go ahead.
I needed to find the average, and the average was correct. I got 4 marks.
Good. Really good example. Yeah.
That's what I wanted to share.
Do you have anything to share about Titiksha or Dhamma?
No, the both qualities I need to improve them.
Okay. Do you think you have a small short solution on how you might improve?
Yeah, I can set limits for the pizza example. Like I can every time I face such kind of situation, I make my mind that I'll eat only 5 slices or full slices.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And
So
that way,
yeah. Good. Thank you, Rohan. Okay. Yeah, Snigdha, do you have any question?
Not exactly a question. I just wanted to add something.
Yeah, please go ahead.
Yeah, so about Shraddha. So whenever as I told about exams, so you if like whenever you're writing the exam, if you think about the result, you will not be concentrating on the exam. You'll be distracted. So
Yeah.
that's why you should never think about the result. You should always first look at the duty. Only if you only do the duty, then only you'll get the result. If you don't do the duty, you can't get the result.
Yeah. That's really true because even if you look at Rohan's example, he didn't think about the result and he just performed his duty and got the result, right? Yeah. Really true, Snigdha. Well said.
Yeah.
Anything else?
No.
Okay. Yashita, would you like to share? Can you hear us?
What?
No, sorry.
Yes.
Yashita. Would you like to share?
Yes.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I think I have to improve in Shama because once, like right today, I was like selected in gymnastic and I had to go for the gymnastic like practice. It was really early and my mother works in the same school that I am there. So my mother doesn't worry much and I like worry too much that I'm going to be late because the school is really far from our house. So my mother tells it's like the practice is at 7 and it's 20 minutes far away from here. So my mother says it's okay, don't worry. This girl will not scold you. So I was not pretty sure about that. And I was like worrying the way along. Not not trusting my mother. And when I went, sir did not scold me, and I was really happy about that. And I was like, why did I even worry? I could have just enjoyed the way.
Yeah. So this is related to Shama.
Yeah.
So you're saying if you had peace of mind, you might have enjoyed.
Yeah, like not worry that much.
Right. Okay. Good. Please go ahead. Anything else?
That's it actually.
That's it. Okay. Think about the other ones. See where you can improve them. Do you have any other? Do you have a question where you might think you feel you should improve?
I'm not really sure. I have to think about it.
Okay. Yeah. You heard about just now, so you can take some time. If you like, you could share in the group or you can share next class.
Sure.
Okay. Okay. Thank you, everyone. With that, let's stop the sharing of this.
I just want to add that, each one of you, the way you shared, excellent. So please continue to keep looking at these qualities and see how you can implement. When they become ingrained in you, naturally it will spread to people around you, because they will start noticing how peacefully, in a balanced way, you are doing things. Then they will naturally get attracted to you. So I really enjoyed listening to each one of you. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Me too. And one more thing, you might feel you don't have a solution to many of these, but I feel you guys do. If you just think about it a little further, a little deeper, you all have it. You all know it, but you just can't think of it at the moment, maybe. So if you feel you don't have the solution to any of these, just probe a little further and you'll all get it. Okay. Thank you, everyone. Now.